Okay, so I've got a bit more to do here. I've taken a break. Next thing I do is I'm going to start tackling the neck. I'm just going to grab a couple of edges here, maybe 3. I'll just go here to the right view. And I'm going to pretend that I can see her neck here. And if I go in and I hit extrude, I can start to pull this down. And because I'm pulling from the side here, it comes in kind of straight. And I can hit G. Okay. And there we go. We got something like that. So I pull down the neck. And I could also got a thin neck, so I'm just going to go and grab some of these vertices here. And I'm just going to grab the move tool, and let's give myself a soft selection, and I'll just going to push that in a bit for now. Okay, maybe push that in a bit. Maybe I might bring this, and let's see if I grab a couple edges, say this one and this one. I might even pull this way. Okay, the soft selection's too much. Make the soft selection smaller. There. Boop, 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 boop. There. I should maybe make that a bit bigger. There we go. Okay, and I think that kind of fits here. And then I might even do something like grab this one here. Let's turn off that soft selection. And I'll hit extrude. And I'll just go in here and G. And again, I almost want to use another model for this, but again, I'm just going to pretend I know what's happening here. And I don't know if I just hit G a couple of times or not. Well, whatever. Anyway, we'll do something like that. Let's see how does that look. Long neck. Just going to check vertex face. I don't see any little funny lines in there, so I'm good. Okay. And once I get here, let's go back to normal mode. I can handle this a couple different ways. What I typically like to do is kind of have something that kind of comes across here. Maybe before I do that, though, I'm going to do one other kind of line here. You can see that you can kind of pick it out over here. There's a muscle behind the neck here that comes down and goes on an angle and meets up down here. So it's going to stop somewhere around there. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab this edge and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit extrude. And then when I take the extrude and I kind of pull it down here. Here, I'll just rotate it around and maybe move it. Okay. Well, that's quite wide right there. Actually, you can kind of see that this area back here behind the ear, it's too close to the ear. This area is going to come back quite a bit. I'll wait till later and I'll sculpt it together and make it all happy times. But when I do something like this, I can grab this edge really quick and I go edge ring and split. And here I'm going to pull that in a bit like this. And maybe I'll sort that vertice over this way a little bit. Okay, whoop. Let's go to the front view. Yeah, you can see this stuff's just sticking out too far. It's too close to the head here. Actually, I wonder if I can just go ahead and do something like this. And maybe when I grab the move tool, I'll go zipping down to the soft selection. And yeah, I've already got it on surface from before. Okay, great, great, great. So when I pull this back, it shouldn't affect the ear too much. Seeing what that looks like. Okay, there, that's starting to look better. Okay, and I might even think about this right here. This looks like a bit too much geometry right here. Boop! I'm just going to turn off soft selection. And right here, I could just take those two edges and just go and merge to center, take that out, and I just kited it. And yeah, that way I've got less geometry that I have to match up to. And so that's looking better. And what else do I have to do? Let's go in and use the... grab this edge, right-click edge rig split. Okay. And I sometimes just like to quickly nudge things around. Actually, that's gone to... there. Something like that. And then maybe I'll take this one, I'll just hit... oh, crap! Crappy bastard! Bastard! I was horsing around here and I turned off this reference layer there. Let's grab this edge and hit G. I can bring that in. And I'll get this and I'll hit G. And I'll bring this area in here a bit. So it feels like, there we go. A bit of that cranium fill in there. Okay, and how does that feel? There's something that looks like we're getting into the right ballpark. Sports analogies, right? And I hate sports. Anyway, whatever. If I go in here and I quickly go and start to append, boop, and I'll just hit G. Okay, so that's filling in nicely. And then if I go down here and I hit this one up, G. G. Actually, this is starting to stretch kind of bad in here. But that's okay. That's okay. Actually, it feels like I got like one extra edge here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go from here up to here. And I might even put that one in. I'll just delete that edge down there, and then I feel better about it. I feel better inside. I'm just going to go in and delete that. All I'm doing is holding down Shift, and I go to about 7 o'clock, and that deletes the edge. Okay. And how's that doing over here? If I take some of these, I got to watch out. I get all tweaky all the time. Start to tweak out, man. If I go and I pull this over a bit, right and through here, maybe we'll go and we'll do an insert edge loop. I got to get used to this multi-cut tool. Keep saying I got to. Oh, crap. Z. Control Z. Backspace, and then if I go in and I hold down Control, boop, then I can pop that in. Yay! And then I'll go over here and hold down Control, and I'll pop in one. Okay. Two. And that should be good to start off with. And I'll just kind of grab this and pull that out a bit. Again, everything's looking very cat-like. This long neck. The eyes. This is kind of funny. And whoop, let's grab this edge loop. Okay. And I'll grab this one. Let it out a bit. Actually, we implied that muscle fairly well to start off with. Okay. I'm just going to pull this down a bit. Actually, take this one and this one, I'll pull it down a bit. Take that, pull it down a bit. Okay, just trying to make that so it's going to match up nicely here. And you can see it all starting to fill in. Actually, what is this, 7 minutes? Okay, great. I'm just going to get my append and I'll finish this area off. Append, 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 enter. Check that out. What does a smooth one look like? Yeah, we've got it fairly well applied over here. And then I get into this area, and then it starts to turn into a snotty mess. I think behind the ear here, there's a lot of geometry coming off the side of the ear, and I don't want to have to make that all match up into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those edges right there, and I'm going to go in and collapse them. Boop. And then there's a little two triangles together here, and I can just go in and select that and delete it. And no one's going to check behind my ears to see if I cleaned my triangles. And I'll just go in here and G. And if I grab, this tool is kind of annoying there. There we go. Boom. Too many little things on the tool now. And what do we got? I pull this back this way. Okay, happy times. And actually, it feels like I didn't even need to collapse that one over here. You know what? I don't think I am now. Take a look at it. The way that this matches up here, this might be my friend. And I'm going to go in and let's go and get this ready. I'll take the split. Whoop, whoop, there. Oh. Reflex. I grabbed the split polygon tool I got on my shelf. There we go. G. There we go. And anything else I can see that I can start to join up here? Maybe I could go from here to here. Okay, and I get there, and that looks a little bit funny. Almost fits. almost fits here. And I could even just go ahead and grab, say, this edge and hit mesh, fill, hold, boop, and then just grab the multi-cut tool and start going to town, man. Going to town. I'm not sure how to deal with this one. If I went from there to there, this is a quad, but it's just a very naughty quad. Okay. And I got a triangle right here. I might just go ahead and split one right across here. I hit it twice. There. And I could probably smooth that out soon. This one, I almost feel like I'd like this to go from here to here, but then that leaves me with a triangle right here that I might get rid of somehow. I could split my way through here, and actually, as a matter of fact, that feels like it. Actually, this tool, once you get used to it, it's just good. I'm just going to go from here to here, maybe. That puts the triangle here. And then maybe I only really want to cut from here. I don't know, I'll go to there. Great, right click. Then I'll just put one there. Then go from here to here, badoom. And then go in and clean it up. Bastard! What's on here now? Okay, boop. Delete edge. Okay, so everything's good there. Maybe I can go in and grab a couple of vertices and I'll just pull this over here. Spread these out a bit. This will probably look a bit better down here at the base of the neck. Okay. Just check the other side. That's looking not too bad. Okay. It's all coming down to the right spot, more or less. Okay, and let's just go back up here, and oh, maybe I see all these hard edges all over the place. I might just go and hit normals, soften edge. What time we got? 12 minutes? Okay, and then in here in this area, I can maybe grab my sculpt tool and then move that thing over here. Still getting used to that, and I go in and I can go and whoop, let's maybe grab it in object mode. Come on! It's not doing anything. Let's just try to get out of this thing. Go to object mode. Try it again. Okay. And when I'm here, you'll see that this tool tries to make everything the same shape, but spreads out my polys a little bit. Relaxes them. So any of those weird kind of snotty polygons that I'm getting in here can be relaxed. Actually, when I look right here, I see this weird diamond shape that's forming. If I just take that one and I merge them together diagonally to each other, that takes some of the stress out, and that looks a bit better. Okay, and don't forget too, when you're dealing with that tool, that you can grab selected vertices, just selected vertices. So I just want to work with these ones. When I use the Sculpt Polygon tool, it'll just work on just those vertices I have selected as I'm relaxing. Okay, and I find that handy. Okay, I got to do some work here. It looks like I'm losing a bit of the ridge of the cranium. Looks like I've got a bit of funny cranium shape up here. Let's just go back to object mode. Okay. So that's looking pretty clean to start off with, and I'm going to stop this video here.